Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, welcome to the channel, guys. Peace and blessings to you. Thanks for tuning in. Today, like say, I know you see the phone here. So yes, we're going to read an article that's very powerful. This is very spiritual because it everything always happened in the spiritual. So if you don't know this channel, we talk about the spiritual truth and how we can help you guys come back to the land. Not we're here in Tanzania, not just Tanzania, but just Africa in general. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoy the video.
So I'm looking at Al Jazeera. Germany's president apologizes for killings in Tanzania under colonial rule. Now, let me give you some back information and history on southern Tanzania during colonial rule and the Maji Maji Wars. There was a tribe, I forget the specific tribe. If you're Tanzanian, give us a short history lesson down below. I love how y'all come in and do that. But there was a tribe in the southern area, highlands of Tanzania, and they fought in the Maji Maji Wars against Germany and the British. And so this is the background on this article. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier apologized for colonial-era killings in Tanzania during Germany's rule and vowed to raise awareness of the atrocities in his own country in a step towards community healing of the bloody past. It was a very bloody war. I would like to ask forgiveness here for what Germans did to your ancestors, Steinmeier said during a visit to the Maji Maji Museum in the southern Tanzania city of Songea. I want to assure you that we Germans still search with you for answers to the unanswered questions that give you no peace. Tanzania suffered under German colonial rule for decades before and after the start of the 20th century and saw one of the region's deadliest uprisings from 1905 to 1907. During the revolt known as the Maji Maji Rebellion, between 200,000 and 300,000 indigenous people were murdered as German troops systemically wiped out villages and fields, experts say. In 2017, Tanzania's then government said it was mulling legal action to seek compensation from Germany for the people who were starved, tortured, and killed by its forces. Thank you, Al Jazeera, for that article. What do you have to say about that?
I know you guys heard that. I know you guys heard it. They go to the museum and say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for this things that we have done." I think it's just if you really can't see what's going on, I really don't know what to tell you guys because it is time for us as Africans, as Bantu people, as Most High's people to come together, unite, so things like this will happen faster. Um, Obviously, he apologized. It's not a full repentance because obviously Tanzania know the history, and I know he's talking about this a little bit earlier because somebody was making a video about it, but I'll let you explain it with the bones. But it's very spiritual. It's very spiritual. So I hope you guys really listen to this video because it's it's coming down to that time where us as the Most High's people have to get back together and unite and work it out. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is insane. What's so insane about it is that he's saying sorry, but I don't see anything in his hand to verify the sorry. Sorry isn't something you just say with your lips and then you're like, oh, I'll make sure to go tell my German friends. That's not an apology, number one. Number two, give the people reparations, go to village leaders and pay them back, give them back their land and stop plundering it like they still do to this day. But y'all can tell I'm lit about that, so I'm gonna move on to the next point. Like, I cannot. But so I want to get into, like my husband was saying, the bones, because in this article at the bottom, it also says that Chief Songea Mabano, whose remains were plundered and brought to Berlin more than a century ago, when they were fighting down in that area, the chief that was winning the war at first, and he was like leading his army in Tanzania and all of these things in the southern region, when they killed him, they took his bones back with them to Germany. Now, this is something colonizers have done for centuries and centuries. And they do this because if you look at the Bible, Abraham, all of the ancestors, our forefathers, they would always carry their father's bones and lay them down, obviously, put them to rest where they are in a specific place. So plundering somebody's nation and doing this colonization, all of these things, when you take somebody's bones back with you, you're telling them they have no boundaries, they have no markers for their land, they have no markers for their territory, because you still want them to operate under you, even though you're saying, hey, you can be independent. But it's not really independent because you're taking everything that's theirs and blocking them from keeping boundaries. And so that's just the spiritual side. It's really crazy to think about because the bones are still there. They said they'll think about, he said that they will work and find and return the skull. How much work does it take? Like, it's not that complicated.
Yeah.
They know exactly where the bones are. They know exactly where all this stuff is. And so it's time to pay up.
Yeah. And I think that's the main thing. Just let, pay back, what you have done and just leave Africa alone.
Just go. Yeah. Let Africa be. Because Africa was fine since the origin of the world, and it will be fine at the end of the world.
Yeah. So, guys, comment below. Let us know your thoughts about this article. And it's not just Tanzania though.
Yeah.
It's more countries. We just recently saw that it's more countries. It's way more countries. So it's little steps. I know they behind doors saying, hey, you apologize first, then we apologize, then this person apologized, but the enemy always got to tell you what's going to happen before it happens, and it's getting down to that time where he can't do that no more. He just gotta, the Most High is coming and letting them know, hey, it's time for that reparations. It's time to pay back what you owe.
Yep.
What's the? It's like the Boondocks, right? I don't know if y'all know who like what the show the Boondocks is, and Riley, and it was an episode of him writing a letter to Santa. He was like, "Dear Santa, you gotta pay what you owe." If you guys know what I'm talking about, comment below, cause that's a funny episode. But it's really like that though. You gotta pay what you owe.
Yeah, so. No more pacifying the African peoples. We won't be pacified. Our people won't be pacified. And more than that, the Most High Spirit won't be pacified because He is the one that is going to come and discuss this with these leaders in their nighttime dreams and all the things. And He is going to visit them and command righteousness and right ruling.
Exactly.
Or else.
Exactly. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something in this video. And yeah, we'll be talking to you later.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.